Kajabi has just introduced some pricing changes across the board on their platform. Whether you're on the basic Kickstarter plan or the Pro plan, your price will be slightly increased going forward, effective January of 2026. Now, in addition to this, they've also introduced some new features to help the community experience, to help you as the entrepreneur as well, make more use out of Kajabi's platform. So in today's video, I'll share with you what these pricing changes are, along with the additional features and what I would personally use. And then at the very end, I'll share with you if I plan on staying with Kajabi and how I plan on moving forward and stuff like that, and whether I would recommend it for you as well. So with that being said, let's kind of jump on in and take a look at these pricing changes. All right, so here we are inside the pricing page. As you know, my channel is filled with a whole bunch of Kajabi tutorial content. So if you're interested in how Kajabi actually works in the back end, feel free to search any of those up. But this is more so to share with you the update in terms of the pricing and the features. So there are 4 plans that are currently available, and they have monthly options or the annual options, which give you 20% off any of the plans you pick. The Kickstarter starts at $71 per month now. And then you have the basic with $143, the growth at $199, and the pro at $399. And here you can take a look at all the features that each of these plans contain. Now, personally, I am on the growth plan myself. So for me, the previous price was $159 per month. So it is a $40 per month increase essentially. And for the entire year, that would be whatever the math would be. I'll share with you my backend, what my price increase would be in just very, very shortly. But here you can see all the different features that they have in addition to this. So to go into a little bit more detail here, let's take a look at the page that shares these different features. And these are along the left side, you can see all the different things that they want to share with us in terms of the newest update for Kajabi. So they call it Kajabi Evolved. And, first things they show us is the checkout. So there's more customized checkout pages designed to reduce drop-offs and put more money in your pocket without extra tools or effort. So it looks like essentially the same sort of checkout page, but they allow you to show your modules now. And, you have your thumbnail as usual. They can pick subscription or, the annual thing. So that's cool to see as well. So the checkout is one thing. And then they've also improved coaching, deliver coaching that scales with you. So seamlessly upsell new offers, give clients flexible ways to book. Previously, they always had their own Kajabi scheduler, I believe, or you could integrate with other things like Calendly, etc. But coaching is another thing that they have updated as well. Fully customizable coaching portal, one-click in contact selling, auto-renew subscriptions, built-in invoicing, automations, and transcriptions, which is cool to see is coming soon there. Now, both these first two, checkout and coaching, these are both things that I don't care too much about. I personally just use the default checkout page anyway, but if there are some quality of life improvements, I'm more than happy to try those out and take them on board too. For coaching, I tend to do all my coaching on Zoom anyway, and I book my clients outside of Kajabi. It's not that I dislike Kajabi's coaching product at all. It's just that I've never really used it because I've always been comfortable with Zoom. I've never used Kajabi's affiliate functionality either, but I think I might actually now, because they're actually allowing you to pay them automatically as your reach grows, which means that as people start to affiliate promote your certain products or services, before you had to manually pay them out each month through PayPal, I believe. But now as they've updated it, now it looks like you can pay them out automatically. So automated payouts, branded engaging affiliate portal, indicators, payout delay rules, etc. So this is cool to see because I've always been on board with affiliating, like having other people affiliate promote my products, but I never wanted to go through the process of manually paying them out myself. It's just a lot of wasted time on my end. So if you can do this automatically, I will definitely take that on board. Automations seem to have a bit of an update as well. It looks like there's a bit more functionality here. If you watch any of my automation videos, you kind of see how they work. So this looks a little bit more expansive already. This reminds me a lot of ConvertKits, the way they do things actually. A more visual drag and drop. You can see exactly what's happening. That's pretty cool. So I might take a look into that in upcoming videos. Branching logic, infinite canvas, all that stuff. So definitely taking a page out of Kit's book there. Okay, this is something that's actually pretty cool. For the community, which, I've talked a lot about on this channel, the community more or less sort of looks the same. You have your general circles and all that, but the cool thing now is that you have unlimited access groups, and the community is included in all plans. And I believe in the basic plan or the Kickstarter plan previously, it did not come with a community. So while each community still counts as a certain product, as one product, the community now comes included in your plan. And yeah, I think the community still counts as a product, but I believe now because you can have unlimited access groups, you can have as many sub groups within that community, as you want. Whereas previously you would have to have one access group count as one product. So if I wanted, for example, 2 tiers of people in my community, each one of those tiers or access groups would count as a separate product. And when you only have 15 products in your plan, you can see how that could be a problem. So now that you can have unlimited access groups, that's a big step up for me. Because now I want to do like some challenges and stuff in my community, and I want to have different tiers of people entering that challenge depending on what they pay, right? So for me, that's a big upside there. Customizable design, integrated courses, that's kind of cool, in-context offers, etc. And they have a full walkthrough webinar explaining all these features. But this is just a quick look. All right. The community there, the mobile app. I don't use the mobile app myself, so I don't really care about that right now. Cohort courses. Now, this is kind of a cool thing. Transform learning into a shared journey. So I haven't done this yet, but this looks like an interesting thing. Bring structure, accountability, and community into your courses with time-bound, group-based learning experiences. So it's just, essentially, it looks like what you would do a regular course on, but you can integrate timing and coaching availability into this as well. So it's like people join you on the program for coaching calls, and then as you do this delivery of coaching, you can unlock several parts of the course as well. So it's like time-sensitive, course-dripped content along with the coaching. So I think it's a little bit better than just regular time-dripped courses, which Kajabi already had. So if you want to learn more about that, I think Kajabi talks a bit more about cohort courses as well. Again, something I might look into in the future too. Transcriptions, always cool to see. All AI dubbing to 67 languages. That's pretty cool. This is something that I haven't taken on board just yet with my courses, but I've had people ask me, oh, can you have transcriptions for like Spanish or Chinese or things like that? And because I haven't mastered those languages. I mean, I speak Cantonese, but I don't know how to read it or write it, let alone transcribing it. It's difficult. So if AI can do that automatically, that's another cool feature there. Modern Builder for faster course creation. That's awesome. It allows you to create your products even faster and your forms and all that stuff, which is great to see. Your Brand Central Hub. Okay. Analytics, Kajabi API, these things don't matter as much. And then ultimately they share how they stack up. So $16.53 of value, only for $2.49 in Kajabi, right? And of course, each of these platforms have their own starting plans as well. So it might not actually add up to this much, but with Kajabi, you are generally saving more. So that leads to the question, like, how much am I personally paying? So if we take a look at my plan in the back end here, you can see I'm on the growth plan. And right now I am on, basically I pay $19.08 per year because I'm on the annual plan. If I want to change my plan, if I want to upgrade my plan to the new growth plan, that will now cost me $23.88 per year. So that's generally about that's just above $400 a year additional. And so, yeah, that's, it's an amount, but it's not like a crazy amount. So for me, it's not a huge deal breaker. But here you can see it goes from $159 a month to $199 per month. And if you actually decide to stick on the legacy plans, by the way, you don't have to select the new plan. Like, you don't have to select the equivalent plan. Like, if you're on the basic plan, you still want to stick with your basic plan and have the exact same features as you already have now. You can do that, but the price will still go up for you. So the way I see it, I mean, if your equivalent plan does cost more, but they do give you more features in the first place, or in addition to that, then it would make sense to upgrade anyway, right? So the biggest thing for me that I want to take advantage of is the additional products. I've always felt limited by 15 products, especially when I started hitting that 12, 13 product number. So if having 50 products is great to have. I do wish we had more contacts, which means you can have more people on your email list, but still I'm at the point where I can build my email list, and then whoever is maybe not engaging with my emails, I can just wipe them away, right? So that already cleans up my list. So that's not a huge deal at the moment. Unlimited emails is always good to see. Funnels, I don't really use that much. So, unlimited funnels, it's a cool thing to have. It doesn't really matter for me. And then, 10 extra admin users, unlimited landing pages, those were standard. One website, one community, unlimited access groups, those are sort of the same things here. And then things that are coming soon, the universal inbox and cohorted courses, definitely looking forward to that. And so, for me, the biggest upgrade is definitely the 50 products and the unlimited access groups for my community. I'm definitely looking forward to that for sure. So what am I going to do? I do plan with staying with Kajabi, just because for the past 5-6 years, I've built everything on Kajabi, all my courses, my community, my coaching, everything is sort of speaking the same language in terms of platforms. It wouldn't make sense for me to transfer everything off. And so, people still wonder, Kajabi seems expensive, right? But again, if you compare everything that you would have separately, added up together, at least for me, it would add to much more than I was paying for Kajabi. So I've mentioned this many times on the channel. I used to pay for Podia, ConvertKit, and Wix individually, and I had to tape them together to make them speak together. And at that point, I was paying over $300 a month for those 3 platforms combined. And when I switched over to Kajabi, essentially it gave me everything in one place for 50% off, right? So essentially I was paying $159 instead of $300 plus. So that was a no-brainer for me. And now that they have updated the price, of course, it's not ideal, but they haven't changed their price since the beginning. So naturally, all businesses will probably, increase their prices at some point. And I don't see it as a deal breaker personally. The additional features, the 50 products is definitely worth it for me. It allows me more freedom in creating more offers and just giving my people more of what they want and need. So for me, that's sort of the basis from where I'm operating from, if that makes sense. So of course, this is not going to be applicable to everyone. If you feel like the price increase is too much for you, I would totally understand, right? If you're just starting out, you find that Kajabi's pricing is a stretch in the first place, then it just doesn't make financial sense for you. And, it would make sense to find a cheaper alternative. However, if you already have your business built on Kajabi, you enjoy the way it works, and you do see value in the additional updates that they're offering, then I would encourage you to stick with it and almost see it as a motivation to earn even more revenue with it so that it can fund your additional price for Kajabi, right? Because in that case, you're making the most out of your plan on Kajabi, you're serving people more and more powerfully, and Kajabi is almost like the motivator for you to do that. And so it's a little game I like to play with myself sometimes as well. So that's my plan. I'm planning on sticking with it. And if you've been on the fence, and if you're thinking of trying Kajabi, I would still recommend it. I still think it's the best all-in-one platform. The fact that they're still continuing to try new things with the platform, they're putting in new updates, increasing the product limit, giving you more flexibility and freedom with the platform, I think it's always a good thing. So if you do want to try it out, I have an extended 30-day free trial down in the description. You can try out for yourself. They usually give you a 14-day free trial on their website. But if you use my link down below, christophersiu.com/Kajabi, I can get you an extended 30-day free trial plus 2 bonus mini courses as a thank you. I'll give them to you absolutely free. The first one is called Kajabi in 30 Days, which walks you through step-by-step how to build your business on Kajabi as well as possible so that you have that firm foundation to start monetizing. And you can even start monetizing in those first 30 days while you're on your free trial to start paying for your first month of Kajabi, which is super cool. And the other course, I'll grant you manual access to after you become a paying member of Kajabi. You can just forward me your receipt and I'll grant you manual access to that. It's called Content Marketing for Creatives, and it walks through the exact business model I'm using to put out free knowledge and content into the world, and then how I monetize that in the back end through my courses, my community, my coaching, stuff like that. It goes step by step. It shows you exactly how I operate my business on a granular level. And again, I'll grant you that course as a thank you when you send me your receipt of your first month's or annual payment on Kajabi. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. And if you have any questions or more requests for other videos on Kajabi, just let me know. More than happy to take those on board. In any case, I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. Take care.